Now, I want to shift to a very important part of this level, sounds and frequencies. To start, take a moment to watch this seriously enlightening video on the 4 ways sounds affect us by Julian Treasure. As you will hear from Julian Treasure, sounds and frequencies like that of ocean surf have a profound impact upon us. This impact is felt by us whether the sound vibrations come to us in the form of tones, music, or spoken words. What? You don't believe me? Well, one of the first people to prove this theory and translate vibration into visible form was the 18th century German physicist Ernst Chladni, who began scattering sand on steel discs and observing the changing patterns produced by various notes on a violin. These Chladni figures result from the fact that the disc resonates to the violin in certain places, shifting to those areas which are inert. Chladni's work inspired not only artists, but also the late Hans Jenny of Zurich. He spent 10 years replicating and expanding his experiments with sophisticated equipment. Jenny named his pursuit cymatics, which is the study of the interrelationship of waveforms with matter. Like I explained to you in previous sessions, water is programmable. And in this case, there's also a very, very powerful documentary by Dr. Emoto called Water. And he shows you how water can actually store memory. And when you play different frequencies to it, the actual molecular structure of water changes. Now, think about how powerful that is. What if you can actually program water? Now, I'm going to be talking about that in a future level, but this is something just to keep in your mind. It's absolutely powerful. When you're chanting Om, when you're doing all this stuff, when you're chanting, you're saying I am, that we're going to get into in just a bit, it is very, very powerful. So the vibration that comes out of your voice, the vibration that you tell other people affects everything around you. Words, like I said, of course, are vibrations. Legends of the Navajo Indians, famous for their elaborate sand paintings, tell stories of a time when their shamans created pictures in the sand by merely speaking to it. Ethiopian legends about the origins of language tell how the first men could only sing like the birds, or the wind in the reeds, and how they ultimately forgot the tune and had to eventually get by just speaking words. And what about the Bible? I'm sure whether you're a Christian or not, you've probably heard the Bible excerpt that says the world was created by the Word of God. Poetic phrase or truth? If you think about the power of this, the beginning of the universe, the word Om, it's the beginning of everything. It's the beginning of us. Everything in the universe is vibrational in nature, including you. In other words, the essence of what you are is pure energy oscillating at a certain vibrational frequency. That's what makes things look real. It's a frequency that holds it together. The ancient Aztecs of South America recognized that people have a unique note and pitch. And with this sound knowledge, a person could be purified and raise their individual vibration by using mantras. Perhaps you've never thought about your vibrational frequency before, but it will soon become your #1 priority once you understand how it impacts your life. Ultimately, frequencies can change your DNA and can change your physiology completely. Changing the frequencies around you and within you can change your life. In fact, here's a really cool exercise. What you can do is stick your 2 fingers in your ears, and not too hard, don't push all the way in, but enough so you can't hear the outside. Now, do you hear that like vibration? It's almost like something is vibrating. That is your personal vibration. Think about that for a second. That is what you are vibrating at. In fact, what we've been doing inside Project Yourself is working on your own personal vibrational frequency, and you may not have even known it. There are many ways to raise your frequency. You can do this through breathing exercises and meditation and mantras, which we briefly touched on before, and I will get into a little bit more, through proper nutrition and exercise, and through listening to certain frequencies that can fine-tune your mind state. Did you know that you can actually have 4 different mind and brainwave states? They are beta, alpha, delta, and theta. In fact, there's 5. There's 1 gamma. I'll explain that last. Fine-tuning your brain to each one of these has a very specific benefit. A beta brainwave state is connected to alertness, cognition, concentration, and stress. It's associated with your normal waking consciousness, and prolonged periods in this state can leave you stressed out. An alpha brainwave state is associated with relaxed alertness, peak performance, visualization, creativity, inspiration, and lower stress. This is a powerful mind state because you can use it to program your subconscious and embed affirmations into your brain. These brainwaves are associated with your highest state of mind. Then we have delta brainwave state, and that's associated with healing, deep sleep, detached awareness, and having an out-of-body experience. And we're going to be getting into out-of-body experiences a little bit later in future levels, but you can actually do this within Project Yourself. You will actually be projecting yourself. Lastly, a theta brainwave state is associated to your dreams, deep meditation, hypnosis, intuition, and lucid dreaming, which we will also get into in a later level. Up to this point, you've primarily been experimenting meditations, exercises, and even listening to music that helps you tap into a powerful alpha mind state. And there's one more brainwave state that doesn't happen too often, and that's called gamma. When you produce gamma waves out of your brain, those are like those eureka moments. And I know a lot of you have been having that during this course. Those gamma rays or those gamma bursts, they don't happen all the time. They're more like bursts. It's like the oh my god, or like that eureka, bing, like that light bulb. That's a gamma ray. And we don't get them often, but the more you get them, the more aware you become of your current surrounding. It's really powerful. As you start practicing this, you will actually have more and more and more of them. Specifically, the music that has been embedded under each and every guided meditation has been tuned to create an alpha mind state. This music was created by Nirj Nayak, founder of Alpha Mind System, and one of our esteemed Project Yourself guest experts. The process for fine-tuning your brain is what is commonly referred to as brainwave entrainment. Basically, how it works is that your brain is stimulated either through visuals or auditory sounds. It's important to remember that, just like everything else, these stimuli can be either positive or negative. The choice is yours. Auditory stimuli can be broken down into 3 different categories: binaural beats, monaural beats, and isochronic tones. The idea is to get your brain to resonate or vibrate at a specific frequency. Binaural beats are when you play 2 separate frequencies in each ear. This process was first discovered and utilized by a German experimenter, Heinrich Wilhelm Dove, in 1839. Monaural beats pass one signal to your brain that pulses on and off with a specific pattern. This is a superior method to binaural beats. And then there's isochronic tones, the most powerful method. This works by utilizing equal intensity tones and increasing the pulse speed to synchronize your brain with the rhythm. The long music tracks that you've been downloading and experiencing have these isochronic tones built into them. As I touched upon previously, even the sound of your own voice, your frequency, is uniquely powerful. The sound you emanate is your vibration, your unique footprint, and is the controller of how people perceive you and how you impact others and the environment around you. Knowing this, you can use the power of your voice and combine it with specific mantras to create what you want. Mantras help to retain your mind away from conditioned beliefs. They can help you return to your true essence, as mantras carry a vibrational frequency that permeates throughout our entire body and expands all the way out into the universe and brings that energy within you. Just like I mentioned before, if you stick your 2 fingers in your ear, and not too hard, and just kind of listen to that vibration, then you are vibrating at that frequency. To raise that frequency, we must chant, and chant mantras very, very devotionally. Here are some short yet very, very powerful mantras to help put the power of your voice to work for you. These frequencies, the vibration of these mantras, actually resonate within you and with the universe to bring you what you want. This is scientifically proven. We're starting to do studies at different universities that are starting to prove this. It's really, really powerful. So we have one for abundance. It goes Om Shrim Shriya Namaha. That's Om Shrim Shriya Namaha. Om Shrim Shriya Namaha. Then we have another one for great abundance and wealth. That's Om Shrim Klim Maha Lakshmiya Namaha. So that's Om Shrim Klim Maha Lakshmiya Namaha. Om Shrim Klim Maha Lakshmiya Namaha. If you were to chant this, basically, what you would do is you take it and you go Om Shreem Kleem Maha Lakshmiya Namaha. And you just keep repeating that over and over again. Then we have one that's for wealth and overall awesomeness. It's Om Razi Namaha. Om Razi Namaha. And you just keep saying that over and over again. Then we have one for health. Health is an interesting one. This is used in the ancient times over and over again, and you can actually fix yourself of many, many issues. This one goes, Tayata Om Bekanzi Maha Bekanzi Radza Samudgate Soha. Then we have health and happiness. Health and happiness, obviously, is a big, wide subject, but this one actually works. So it's Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Danvataraya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarva Amaya Vinashaya Trailokya Nathaya Dhanvantri Mahavishnava Namaha. Then we have one for love and relationships. This is for both men and women. And it's the same one as before. It's the Om Shrim Shriya Namaha. Om Shrim Shriye Namaha. Then we have removing obstacles to prosperity. So we all kind of have obstacles in our life. So you can use it to remove obstacles in general and obstacles to prosperity. Om Gam Ganapataya Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataya Namaha. Then there's one to awaken a higher state of consciousness and to basically open up the realm for you to actually achieve what you want, to create what you want and destroy what you don't want. And you've probably heard this one before. It's Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And that one is very, very powerful. When you're going through this, choose which mantra supports what you want to create most and take at least 5 to 15 minutes every morning to say these out loud, whichever one you want. To maximize the mantra's effectiveness, keep count with a mala or a rosary bead necklace and repeat the mantra or mantras 108 times. The more you chant, the more you get it, and the more vibration you create inside of you.